What's up? This is Gordon Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. You all ever have to sneeze and you talking and you're trying to do something and you're trying to suppress that sneeze and it's like an ugly cry? For real. Gina, I got to sneeze.
Okay. Do it that way.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it this way.
That way.
Well, I will sneeze all over you, and then you're gonna be yelling COVID.
Or whatever else that's out there.
I ain't got nothing else. Stop, okay? Stop. You remember a long time ago when we used to have a little small, flu was the thing that we dreaded the most. Now flu has turned into something that's so cataclysmic. It's
everybody like, I'd rather have the flu.
They be ready to kill people if they sneeze on them. Achoo. Man,
ooh, you embarrassed if you sneeze in public.
What's going on with that? Stop. Marcella, tell them, man.
Greg, what you got?
See? Really? Really? Okay. Cooties.
Oh, yeah. I was going to type that in there too, cooties. I had a bad cough during the pandemic, and it was funny because people would look at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, I just end up saying, okay, allergies.
Hey, that ain't why they looked at you like you was crazy. I'm just saying,
And it's because
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I'm just saying, it's look in the eyes. There's a little something in the eye. Lisa, look in the eyes.
Hey, Lisa.
Lisa,
She's like, look, I just got on here for a hot second. You starting already. Okay. So look at my eyes.
Hey, so this something ain't right.
You help him, Lord. Help him. That's all.
That's the only one that can help him right now, Lisa.
I know damn well that
look,
the author Lisa Bennett is not going to sit up here and get mute mouth over here. I know she not Lisa. Lisa was all last night with us, man. We invited Lisa to come through and hang out with us, man. Whenever we tell people come on hang out with us, do they come hang out with us, Gina?
Nah.
Normally not. They're scared.
They're scared.
I ain't scared. I got
muscles.
I ain't scared.
That's okay. Be afraid. We got y'all anyway. We are your safety net. We are your comforter. Mm-hmm. We are your parachutee.
Parachutee.
Shut up.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that in our Dope Living Dictionary.
Right?
Now, when it don't open, don't worry. You know why? Parachutee.
Okay. While I'm falling, I can just drop the E, and then it'll open.
Okay.
Oh Lord, it's one of those nights.
What Gina said. Let's get it.
That may require some consciousness. If I'm dropping, I'm probably not thinking about the E. I'm just
right. Absolutely. You might be saying E.
Can I fly, Lord? Can I transform?
Trying to fly.
Wings.
Okay, flapping them arms.
Y'all remember, y'all look, stay in your lane. You're author, and you're an activist. Okay, I tell the jokes on this show.
Okay,
anyway,
Mr. Gray, you're outnumbered today. 3 women to you. Hush.
Okay, well let let me kind of bring the odds down some. Okay.
Yeah, because our guest is a mess with that one. Here we go.
We have a published author, and he has created his legacy by teaching young adults and youth how to become independent, responsible community business leaders.
Yes.
Well put, Gina. Well put. All right. His mission in life is to empower the community and eradicate financial depression through advocating grassroots economics. Everybody, welcome my guy, Mr. Mark, better known as Sir Markadoo.
Hey.
How y'all doing out there?
Welcome.
Markadoo.
Now what, estrogen?
See, so as long as he don't start, he started earlier in the green room today, Marcella. So
I believe you.
How you gonna, Marcy? You don't know this man?
Oh, I thought you were talking about you, Greg.
Oh no, Sir Markadoo.
Sir Markadoo.
But he just like Greg, start trouble.
He starts oh no.
Anyway, Sir Markadoo, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. God bless you.
So I hear you out there doing some great things, huh?
Yes.
I'm trying, just trying to do God's work. That's all. Just doing His work.
Now, we as I was reading, man, it says you were surrounded by crime, by violence, and if you don't mind me mentioning, at the ages of 8 to 13, you're a victim of molestation, correct?
Absolutely.
Can you take us on that journey?
Yes, I can. It was weird because trying to manage that life, between them ages at a young age. A girl, she was a little older than me. It's nothing proprietary, but I heard many stories like this, and she groomed me. I would go over there every now and then with my mother, and then they would play cards and drink and all that stuff. And there was other kids around, but she would just always be around me for some reason. Eventually, after so long, she got what she wanted, and she pushed that envelope. And the next time we were going over there, my mother said where we were going. I was like, I don't want to go. I was torn from the floor up, and my mother was one of them women. You don't tell her what to do. Right. And it just kept happening year after year. And I didn't say anything, but I was exposed to sex and all that even at a young age. I hate to say it, but it's true. You're watching my mother get slammed, and we were young. I was young, and they thought I'm sleeping, and they were doing whatever they were doing, And I don't think any child should be exposed to that. I believe you're gonna have sex and stuff like that. Make sure your children are not in the room, because they're just so innocent, But it went on. It kept going on, and then eventually when I got into sports, and these things started to shift a little bit with my mother, and we weren't going over there anymore. And then my uncle started grooming me and asking me questions. You ever been with girls? And I didn't know what he was doing, And then he got to me too. So that lasted for a couple of years until he wanted to, the last episode. I said, I can't do this. I can't do this no more at 13. And so he grabbed, like, don't go. And I was like, get your hands off me, because the next time I said, you put your hands on me again, I'm telling the family what's going on. And he knew what that meant. He knew they were gonna kill him, And I didn't want that on my hand. I didn't want that on my hands. To see him get killed like that, because I know my brothers, they were vicious, and I know they would have did some harm to him, And so I was going to commit suicide. The last thing I heard before I was going to commit suicide was I should have flushed your ass down the toilet when I had a chance.
Wow, come on,
my mother. So even to the, I didn't realize how much that, it doesn't affect me, but I feel like it's still with me. It's a story now, I forgave my mother after I didn't commit suicide, And she said it to, see, she was saying it to my brothers, but she never said it to me, to them. And I was like, wow. You know, I said, me, I was the good one, you know? So, and when I didn't do it and I heard her say it again, I said, Mom, why you keep saying that? Because you didn't do it. You know, I'm here. I said, that's not good, man. And she stopped. That was it. I never heard her say it again, you know?
So let me ask you something. Let's step back for a moment. Now, you said at the point you were 13 years old when the molestation started. And you're a guy, you're a young man, and a lot of people would ask the question, well, it's a lady, she coming at you, you should like it, okay? But a lot of people don't understand that that's traumatizing. You know, when you're not ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And now you have to face this domestic abuse that you're witnessing. All right, it had to have been a terrible time for you at the young age.
It was crazy. It was real crazy. It's like, my mother kind of could tell something was wrong, you know? And, she did the psychologist thing. And I just knew my family, man, they're just different. You know, we were just built a little different. And the trauma, continued on. And really what happened when I didn't commit suicide, I went on to be really a prolific basketball player, and I was vicious on the court. I mean, I was vicious. I mean, I love to dominate my opponent, and I love to serve pain. Elbows, whatever I had to do to win. It hurt people. But I loved the game so much. It was just basketball. And I was a good athlete, but I was still a vicious athlete as well. So I'm just glad that I didn't go on to be a molester. That was
Amen.
And matter of fact, I went so strong the other way that I was trying to protect all the other little kids because I knew the uncle was still in the family and he was around. So I didn't know who else he was, dipping and dabbing with, So, and I know, and now looking at, just looking back, I know something had to happen with my brothers too. I don't know if it was all of them, but I know something was wrong, and right to this day, I've lost my mother, my father, and all my siblings are gone. It was 5 of us, so I'm the only one left, and so I don't really have, that sibling to talk to about their experiences in life, and after the last one, my sister died about 5.5 years ago. I didn't realize how devastating that was in my life. So mental health over the last 5 years was very prevalent in my life, and I didn't really know that I didn't mourn. I didn't mourn the right way for my family, and I have the right support system to help me navigate through mental illness, So I'm very heavy on the mental health side now, It's okay not to be okay, turning mental health into mental wealth,
Look at that. Write that down, Marcella. You said, hurt people. And evidently that was your way to get through. But when did you know? Well, before we do that, Marcella, you had a question.
Yes. When did you tell others in your family or anyone about what was happening to you?
This is
and how did you go about helping the others?
Well, it was crazy because I didn't start until 52. And this is why I'm an advocate. And I was like, hey, this, it's dangerous to tell on your molesters too. I mean, you end up dead, so you got to be real careful. But at age 52, I started I went into therapy. Matter of fact, I was sitting right here in this area because it was a home visit therapist, And so when we started to talk, and it was just all flooding back. And then I didn't really get to say anything until I wrote that book, and I put some of it in there, and then the family started to react, in the ways that I knew they would react back then, They're like, why are you doing this? Why you gotta keep telling it? Why you gotta keep telling that story? Because I have to. Is something that was a curse to me is got to be a gift for somebody else.
Absolutely. And I know going through. And Lisa, you've gone through some trials yourself. You had a question?
Actually, yeah, a comment and a question. First, I wanted to applaud you for your courage in telling that, because as Greg mentioned earlier, quite often, and not just in our community, but in communities at large, because we are so used to men being strong, and we know when we think of topics like molestation or sexual just inappropriate sexual behavior, we think of it towards young women. And I talk all the time about how we expect young women to sit in the family and sit at the dinner table year after year after year after year and be victimized over and over and over again. We still invite Uncle JoJo to the cookout, and we know doggone well he's molested like 5 girls in the family. And so, and for men, like Greg said, it's often just a badge of honor. Man, you 13, this sister a little older, she trying to hook you up and get you some. And so, and you understanding that there's a difference when you're 13 years old and you're, like Greg said, not ready, versus you'll be at 13 years and being on the prowl. But even if you think you're ready at 13, you're still not ready for the responsibility of sex. So I wanted to applaud you in coming forth, because we've seen men, and it's played out in our history. Tyler Perry talks about how he was subjected to that for many, many, many years. If we saw JoJo Dancer's life, the story of Richard Pryor, the JoJo Dancer movie, he went through that for many years. And so our Black men we expect them to be strong through this. And this is why suicide rates in our community are so high. People keep talking about, Black men are getting killed by guns. That's true. But Black men are being killed by guns from self-inflicted wounds more than they are from interaction violence between an opposing force. So we're just not looking at the true data. And it's been my mission, particularly since writing my book and dealing with depression and grief and understanding some of the complications that we as African Americans, because you better not tell what's going on outside the house. Are you crazy? The most you can tell is the preacher. And that's not really therapy. And so I just applaud you for stepping out and sharing your story and being, transparent with that, because there's so many brothers who need to know that there is an alternative. You don't have to shoot yourself. You can get some help. And so my hat is off to you.
Yep. Sir Markadoo, I said it in the post. You turned lemons into lemonade. Tell us how you took that negative and turned it around.
It's weird, because I really took the lemons and turned the lemon meringue pie.
Come on. Even better.
Because I now can share some of those pieces with people. And, I ain't sharing my lemonade. I can share my pie. So the question again is what?
How did you turn that negativity that happened to you into a positive?
Well, it's weird, because, I don't think I ever really did it. All I know is that through trying to protect my nephews and nieces and cousins from these predators, it wasn't enough. But now I'm enjoying the lemon, that today as an older man, I'm ready to go global and to let evil know that, your days are numbered, bro. You did enough damage, and it's never going. I swear it's never going to stop. 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 new kids are being molested every single day of the week. Every single day. And the thing is not to get a point where I'm showing them people how to put people in jail. It's just how to protect your mindset. How to get to a better place where you can operate in dignity. And that now that the doors are open, I have been telling my story for 10 years now. I'm 62. I just I was telling my story one day, and a lady, she was in her 80s, and she leaned into me and she said, "You know, that happened to me when I was young, and I never told anybody. And you're the first one I ever told." So, you know, people living with this trauma and drama. I mean, for a lifetime, and all I'm advocating for is, listen, you're not the only one. You know, buckle up, get ready for your emotional roller coaster, because you're gonna go through. You know, you already been through, but the deal that really sticks out with me is really getting people to understand these are demons, okay? And demons, they follow you the rest of your life, and especially in your sleep. So I'm writing a book about this called Demon Slayer. You know, how to slay demons. You know, they've been chasing you your whole life.
Man, so is it fair to say that the experiences that you've had back in the past have made you a better person and the man that you are today?
I believe so. I believe so. I mean, because you know, I could have easily done a lot of different things. I mean, I smoked crack cocaine for almost 8 years, sniffing heroin, and an alcoholic, cold-blooded alcoholic. And I, you know, when I quit, I quit in one day, you know, and without no AA, NA, none of that.
Just
I've done it though. I've done them. I've done those programs before. The day I quit, it was like an intervention just straight from out of God's mouth. He said, "That's it." He said, "You're done, son." And that's what happened.
You're done, son.
Well, it was over.
I love it. I love it. At least you had a statement.
No, I was just saying, you know, I'm just thinking as he's talking, I'm saying, and here's the thing. People are in his family, I'm sure it's happening in his family, it's happening to other victims' family. They don't realize there's been a domino reverberation throughout the family. It's not just the person who was directly victimized, but everybody else really has, when he comes and says, "This has happened to me," he actually is freeing up generations and breaking generational curses, because Uncle Boo Boo, Mark wasn't his first victim. I guarantee you he wasn't.
No way.
And so there are other people who were also in the family imprisoned by that. And they don't know it yet, but you freed them. And they need to be saying thank you for releasing them out of the dungeon, because now they don't have to keep it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been kind of kicked out of the family, man, for, you know, exposing the uncle. And then what really got me out there was exposing the other uncle. You know, so I mean, I you know, they wanted to kill me, you know.
Wow.
And my foster brother said, "Well, why would you want to kill him for telling the truth?" You know, who is, you know, you're gonna kill him for telling the truth. You know,
Wow.
and I know they have animosity against me. And I know there was what if they could get their hands on me, they would do it. You know.
Yeah, but you made something else right now, bro. Marcella, you have a statement? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Lisa kind of took it out of my mouth, because I was going to bring up the generational curses, and that's when we don't speak on things that are happening to us. But even though it took you a little while, because you said you were afraid that, you know, might want to kill you and things of that nature, and that's the mindset that we have in our community. If I say something, you know, what are they going? Some people might believe you. Some might say, you know, "Oh, you're a liar," because they're going to protect the perpetrator.
Exactly.
And we have to speak up. We have to find someone and start with us to break that generational curse, or it would continue to go forward.
I'm glad you said. I mean, you know, this, you know, thank God for you, sister, and Lisa saying what some of the things she said. You know, like Uncle Boo Boo, whatever. You know, but it's grandmothers, grandfathers. I mean, aunts, uncles. They're all coaches, teachers. I mean, pastors, preachers. You know, you name it. They are in on it. This is why there's more protection for rapists and molesters than you can ever imagine. I mean, they get a little bit more protection because it's so widespread. It doesn't matter what profession you're in. Everybody, not every profession gets they do what they do, and it's crazy, the curses, breaking those curses. I didn't want to just break any curses in my family. I want to break it for the community, for the world community. I don't know how many world activists do we have that want to do something like that. I want to take it global, not to expose the molesters and the rapists, to expose evil.
Okay. It's scaring me a little bit there, man. I'm not easily afraid, but I'm joking. You've gone through a lot, man. But again, you got to go through things to get to something, okay? And we want to not just take the bad stuff away. We want to talk about some of the good things that's going on too. But before we do that, Lisa, you had another comment. You were real quick.
Yeah, I can talk now. So
you gonna slow that down. You're gonna bring that right here.
Yeah, here's what I want to say to folks. One of the reasons people don't want to face is because then they have to face their complicity in it. Okay, that's the reason. It has actually nothing to do with you or the victims, but they have to admit that I have allowed this and I've been complicit in the crime. So that's the thing. They got to deal with themselves. The other thing, though, I want to say to really any victim out there, including you, anybody else in this call, don't let your ego get you in trouble. Nobody's going to kill us. That's just what the ego and the fear wants us to believe. And that's what keeps us held prisoner. So don't let your ego get you in trouble. If they mad at you, so what? They didn't like you no way because they were complicit in letting something foul happen to you. Come on.
Yeah.
Also, man, if they mad at you, man, if they're mad at you, holler at us, man. This is DopelivenTV Live. They got to get through us, to get to you.
This is going to be major league, and I'm going to look evil right in his eye. You're lucky. I'm telling you, it's not just to help the victims, because I realize the people that victimize others, they've been through something. And I'm here to say, I want to free some of you demons out there, some of you guys that's been doing this shit for years. Okay, it's time to stop. You are hurting too many people. You hurt enough people. Just let God work in your life. Get you some support help that you need, and follow organizations that are helping others, and be a part of a bold new movement for mental health improvement.
That's kind of bad that we have to, go through things like that. And even though we come through it, we still have it in our mind. But it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing too, because we're able to tell other people about it, or what to look out for, and how to cope and how to get through it. Marcel, you want to say something real quick?
Yeah, real quick. I worked with a social service agency, and I was one that had to schedule supervised visitations and reading the court documents at what the parents did. So I love what you're doing. Bring this out globally, but we also have to talk to our legislators and change the laws, because with Indiana, they're a state that therefore, whatever we have to do, let's try to get these kids, even though they've been taken out because of this abuse, physical, mental, emotional abuse, we still want to try to keep the families together, regardless of
the damage.
The parents have raped the kids from age 4 to 8.
Yes.
Molested, raped, mother and father both doing it, allowing the siblings, forcing the siblings to do it to other siblings. But then you go and you go to the law and go to the court. Okay, we're going to take the kids out for a little bit. Now we're going to do supervised visitation. No, they're not going to do anything when we have caseworkers in the room. But, okay, they're getting along. Let's send the kid right back to the perpetrators. These laws have to be changed, and we got to talk to our legislators and our politicians and get out there and really work to change these laws, because if the laws are not changed, we can't do anything.
Can I speak on that?
Of course you can.
Okay, that's very good, Marcel. Amen. This is why I like to deal with young adults, because they have a voice and they're influencers. And you get them when they age out, you have a much more dynamic connection to them. And they're able to do the things that they need to do. And now we utilize them and recruit them, and that the younger people are the ones that are going to change the laws, not the real babies and the adolescents. We're talking about these young adults that are voting age, and now that they're old enough to be movers and shakers in the community, advocates for change. You know, this is why I've always been after you young adults. This is why I would love to start a podcast where it's about people that have been hurt. You're talking about, you can walk in a room at church, there's 300 people in there, and 100 of them, and 150 of them been molested or raped.
Truth. Truth.
And if you look at the pulpit, I guarantee you that 1 out of 3, one out of 2 pastors been molested and raped.
Or the perpetrator. Or the perpetrator.
And so we got work to do, and I guarantee you we need more advocates that's ready to run. We need more podcasts that's talking on these issues and getting these stories out. You know, because I swear I do not want to see the average person that been through what I've been through and many others to live to them in their 50s and 60s and 70s, and they're in pure pain.
Pain, yes.
Now they're functioning addicts. They're functioning. They slapping their wives around. They're just functioning. You know. So we need to get that function. You know, and do something with that. You know, while we're changing the laws.
And which is why you're doing the things that you're doing, and you're creating an atmosphere where young people can learn how to uplift themselves, to be financially stable, to be a force in the community. And we definitely appreciate and support that. Lisa, you had a question.
So yeah, and here it's more of a statement, and I just want us to think about it, because I agree that there need to be some legal adjustments. However, there are also some situations where the children, I'm gonna say children, where people have been accused and they were not molesters. And for example, I have a friend who served 10 years.
Wow.
Because he was accused. 10 years and a couple $1 million. Now he did the 10-year bid, but then the person came back now that we're adults and said he never did that.
Well, see, that's what muddies the waters, though. That's what makes it hard when there are genuine cases brought about, because you can't differentiate the real from the false.
That's the problem.
And that's why my beef ain't trying to put nobody in jail. My beef is clearing the mind. We for health advocates. So I don't care. Really, I'm not saying I don't really care about the law as much as I care about the mind. Listen, it's okay not to be okay. Okay?
Right. I say that all the time.
So I stay away from the legal stuff. I don't even want to get somebody said, man, let's get I don't care. I'm dealing with mental health issues. That's the problem, that these people need to grow up and be human beings that's navigating through life and then living a better lifestyle.
So how do you go about that, Mark? How do you help people?
What we're doing now, communication, open up more podcasts and broadcasts, and let it be an issue, and let people come on and have an open dialogue. Golly, we act like this shit ain't never happened. It's on and popping. Even we ain't stopping. Even don't sleep. It continues every day. I guarantee you, people are gonna go to bed tonight, and those demons are gonna chase them all night long. All I want to do is be an advocate so that we can deal with the mental health piece and get through it and get over it. You may not get over it, but just get through it. That's the thing. I guarantee you, when we open up these floodgates to advocacy and just open dialogue, and people say, man, I went through that, and it said this is the first time. I mean, not only I have an older lady, I have police officers, I had leaders of the school, headmasters. I was in a headmaster's office, and we were talking, and I was talking about my story. He said, man, that happened to me. My brother used to bang me out. So, but if I didn't say nothing, he wouldn't have said nothing.
Mm-hmm.
See, people say, why do you keep talking about this? Well, because it's necessary.
Right.
If it wasn't necessary, I would have nothing to talk about. If it wasn't for God's people, I wouldn't be doing this. I help God's people prosper. That's what it is. Not with just money and stuff like that. That's not. It's the mind. You know, when you adjust the mind, the mind, you adjust your life.
Yeah.
Well said. You know, and that's where a lot of us we don't. These are the taboo subjects we don't want to talk about. And you're absolutely right. It takes people and platforms like this to get it out, to spread it out. But enough don't do that. A lot of people don't do that.
Not now. But if we keep doing what we're supposed to be doing, it'll open up because there's a lot of people out here that didn't say nothing. Like Tyler Perry, somebody said something, and he decided to say something, and he's a great dude. But that's not his lane as an advocate to be out there, you know, like that. Because if he really started to really deal with that, you know, Hollywood is going to, you know, chastise him, you know, and castrate him, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, it's us on the street level. Because the stuff is happening on the street level.
Right. Get it to the people who we know are going to hear it, and then they can spread out. Gina, you got a question?
Yeah, I think you're going about getting the word out. You know, people want to shut you down. I know you've gotten that a lot of places you've been, just shut it down. But you got a book out there. Books reach millions of people. Tell us about your book on the mental health initiative.
Well, I got one that's going to come out soon. It's go from tragedy to triumph. Okay, and you know, mental health been part of my life for all my life. You know, I don't know if I ever shake mental health. You know, but I know one thing is that when we write stuff, this is my first book, but we got that other one. There's some other ones I want to write too, but they're gonna bring about and expose mental health issues and why we stuck. There's a lot of us stuck and they don't even know why they stuck. I was stuck. I mean, I'm telling you that I was stuck. The people around me that know me the best, thank God they care about me enough to get me to a point that don't leave me and just stick with me and understand that I have a voice that a lot of people don't have. I mean, I'm a champion for this, and I know that we're going to win. I know we're going to be able to prosper in this area. You know, we're going to rise up, and we're going to be able to help as many people as we can. That's our job. That's what God put us on this earth for, to help each other as helpmeets.
Absolutely. And that's a true statement, man. And I'm really number one, as everyone has said, you know, we're proud of you for going through it and getting to, right? But we're also proud that you're trying to help others as well. You know, it's necessary for us, like you said. That's what we have to do. We have to help others to get through it, because you don't know what anybody's going through. Each one of us may have gone through something tragic and gone through it, but you don't know unless we talk about it. And as we talk about it, we're helping others. We're bringing others out. Lisa did that yesterday. We're helping others to overcome, to get through. So, hey, bruh, sir, look, talk about the next book. You got something. You know, he got Gina. He got the name Sir, so everybody can call him Sir, just like that. All right, okay. You know, he's making sure everybody just give him that proper salute right there. All right, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, what the other part is really even the drugs and all of that, because I try to get as much drugs in me, man, to make that stuff go away. It don't work. That's why I tell people, that's what part of the books is saying, you know, when you have mental health issues, and once you figure it out, you say, oh, do conversations like that, you say, man, I wonder what was going on with me all these years. And you get to a point where you say, you know what? I can get past this. I can win at this. And now we get people to a point where if you ever want to be whatever you want to be, an entrepreneur, a teacher, an educator, a pharmacist, whatever you want to be, go back to school. You know, and this is what From Tragedy to Triumph is all about, because, you know, 9 months after I got on crack cocaine and heroin, I bought 24 religious t-shirts and never looked back. You know, and I've been through ups and down, up and down, up and down all these years. But at least I was an entrepreneur, and I'm able to help others start their own businesses for $100 or more.
Absolutely, that's great.
You know, who does that? I mean, how many entities that's in our community that you can go over to that building over there? You're a grandparent, your parent or grandparent, great grandparent. You go in there and you walk out of there with $100, $200 worth of stuff, and you're in business. You go on YouTube and study some of the things. Just look at the titles and say, "Oh, wait, let me put that on." And believe me, they're all home runs. I don't play around because God is in charge. Okay? So no matter, this is what I want people to know. No matter what you've been through, you can move on. It didn't start with you, but it can stop with you. And that's what this book is about, that you can go on. It didn't start with you, but it can stop with you. And just give it time, be around the right people, study the right people. Like I tell, the question I ask most people, and that's what's in most of these books I write, I said, you know, if you ever want to be whatever you want to be, rich or famous, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be an artist or whatever, you have to study rich and wealthy people. You have to study people that are artists. You want to be a great singer, you want to be like Oprah Winfrey, then study Oprah Winfrey. But study people that you know that have been through something. I don't want to learn from somebody that's never been through nothing. They're just talking about stuff they ain't never been through. I mean, you're gonna try to help me with my crack addiction, and you don't even know how to beat a crack addiction. You want to know how to beat crack or heroin? I'll give you the number one of these things. So we're there, you know. But hey, listen, I love talking about that kind of stuff. Why? Because I know it frees God's people.
Amen. Okay, sir, we're going to take a quick break right now, and we're going to redirect, regroup, and refocus with a word from our life coach, Jeff Relaford, and we're coming right back to you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you with another 1 minute thought. Now, listen, the first day, okay, for the 1 minute thought of this week, we're talking about ways to deal with shifting of mindset in a negative way, correct? So now for day 2, we're going to be on tip number 2 to deal with that. So tip number 2 is now you have to create an action plan, people. Okay, I'm gonna have you tune in. Okay, you need to create an action plan to help deal with your mindset shift, because what it's causing you to do is to address it. Now you have to address it. Now you have to meet it at the forefront, meet it right at the head. So now you have to think and ask to yourself, what am I going to do to correct it? This can mean simply, do I need to talk to somebody like a therapist or a life coach, or do I have to change my specific environment that I'm in? So remember, step 1 was identifying, but now we're actually addressing the issue. So remember, addressing an issue means hitting it head on and forward. So don't forget to do that. All right, y'all. Remember, Life Coach Jeff, redirect, regroup, refocus. I love y'all. Peace out.
That is the life coach, redirect, regroup, refocus, Jeff Relaford. He has a podcast on Monday, and he's doing some other stuff too. I don't know. Right now, he might be selling books on the corner. I don't know.
Stop it.
Ain't no telling. It's life coach. He doing everything. He might be flying over your house right now, dropping those gems. You never know. All right. That's
I
life
ain't
coach.
know he had wings.
Okay.
What do we talk about before the show started? That parachute without the E.
You know
Well, I
what?
guess he got one of those too.
Damn. Hey, and our audience members are coming in strong, man. We got to give you guys a round of applause.
Yes,
You guys
yes.
coming in all the time, man. Thank you. Sir.
Yes.
Hey, man, you have given us so much wisdom
Man,
on this subject, man. Okay, because it's a taboo subject, but it's hard to talk about. But you kind of made it easy. Well, actually, you kind of forced it down our throats, okay? But it's kind of you make it easy to listen to. Lisa, you got the last question for us.
Yeah, so sir, you call yourself the economic evangelist, right? Which is cool. I like that. And so I was going to ask you, tell us a little bit more, or give us a list of like the programs that you've launched that have helped people shift, giving them opportunity, and what your numbers look like. You know, if you helped 1,000, 2,000, 3, let us know so that we can push people in your direction who may need some help or refocus.
Speak on it, sir.
It's weird because I don't know how many, you know. I just know that when I come in contact with people, when people come in contact with me, they express how much they appreciate the work that I've done in the global community. Because this is not, you know, I went from global, from a local to global, you know. And so I really don't know, but I know that when I created Heavenly Body Products, and you can see it on my shirt, when I created a Chronic Killer, it did something. It was a mission and a vision to help as many people as I can. I mean, I can see. One day, you know, all this business stuff is really going to be really kind of secondary. You know, my primary goal right now is to touch millions of people. Okay, and so how am I going to do that? You know, and the thing is, do networks and things of this nature. There's 3 things I got to make sure you understand. Okay, when you're dealing with this, if we're dealing with, you got your mindset. Okay, we all got that. It's a mindset, the stuff that we grew up with, that we inherited from our family, our friends, and our foes. Okay, so that's the mindset, and that's the only place where you can really change your life. It's really because it's a mind shift that's going to make you. But the second thing is the belief systems. So if you got a mindset and then you cross that into your belief systems, you're stuck in there. You're stuck because you believe the crap that was taught to you as you grew up. Because most of our pain and mostly all our pain is stemmed from our childhood. So now the next, if you got a mindset and then you still stuck and you go into belief systems, there's that third one that really gets you.
Man.
It's your ego. Yeah. Okay. Everybody knows what ego means. Edging God out. So when you got an ego and you edging God out.
Marcy, write that down.
Oh, you write it down.
Yes. And so we're in big trouble.
Yes.
And that's where you're going to need help. And that's where you need to reach out to God, people that's in that lane of mental health and teaching others. Look, it's okay not to be okay. They're just plain and simple. Here you go. Approve.
Wait a minute now.
We got to watch him. You got to watch him, you know.
Okay. It's okay not to be okay.
I was going to say if he was trying to show off that 6-pack, I was going to go right along with him now.
No,
Greg.
No, we don't want to see the 1-pack. We want to see the 6-pack.
Divided by 3 don't count.
Hey man, I'm working on it. Okay, I just got to pop them out there like that. Okay,
Sir.
Edging God out. I like that, man. I like that. Hey, Sir Markadoo, Marcy, you got to say your statement within your.
Okay, I will.
Okay. We appreciate you coming through, man. Again, Gina, sis, it's another one of them shows. Like we gotta have them come back because we don't have enough.
Yeah,
we didn't get in, and I'm quite sure he had a lot more he had to say.
Absolutely.
So, we invite you to come back, sir, and hang out with us again and talk more about what you've done, what you're doing now, and what the future holds. Before we get out of here, though, we always go around the room and we get everybody to say something positive. Give our audience some words of wisdom, and we always start with our guest. And you are the guest, sir. You're gonna start.
Okay. I just want to say I want to make sure that anything that I've said, it wasn't only hurt evil. And I know that if we create a bold new movement for mental health improvement, we're gonna be a much better people. We got people around us that's been through a lot, and we got to get them unstuck. So I'm looking forward to if you're a parent out there or a grandparent, you want to start a business, go over to heavenlybodyproducts.com. If you love the streets and you love moving around and you kind of edgy, go to chronickiller.com. And there it is. Go to chronickiller.com and with Heavenly Body Products, we help God's people prosper. And with Chronic Killer, we keep the hood smelling good.
Let's go. Lisa, what's for you?
Hey, look, I'm with Sir. It's okay not to be okay, and I want everybody in here to know that you do not have to suffer in silence.
Absolutely, absolutely. Marcella,
I'm one that always tell people it's okay to not be okay. But sir, next show, or if you can just briefly today, your Strong Young Minds of America, Samoa, where it says it's coming together to impact the world through learning the principles of international marketing and creating their own brands. That's something I kind of wanted us to get into, because something I tell our youth, because I am a mentor to youth, stop being so into these brands and being a brand whore. Start your own brand. I tell them to start their own brands. And can you just briefly tell us about that?
Marcella, we got to get out of here.
Oh, darn it.
We're going to get it next time. We're going to get it next time. Got a couple of things we got to do before we get out of here. Gina.
Markadoo.
Sir.
You're the one person who could take somebody from crack to heavenly body. Man, but it's a good example to show people whatever you've been through, you can come out of. Yes. It's not the end. So just keep that in mind.
Yes.
Man. And Marcy, it would take Rashida to bring up the one thing that you said, brand whore. Okay.
I laughed about that when I saw her do that.
Rashida will be here tomorrow, right, on the show. Sir Markadoo, man, you really pushed us, man. You inspired us, bro. And we do have to keep talking about this. Next week on the show, we got Bobby Peoples and his wife. They have a movie called Insatiable.
Renee Peoples?
I'm sorry?
Renee and Bobby Peoples?
Yeah, you know Bobby Peoples?
I know Renee and Bobby.
Renee and Bobby, there you go. There you go. Well, they have the movie Insatiable, all right? And here's the trailer for it real quick.
Do you know anyone that would kill somebody for 10 grand?
There's something I want to talk to you about.
Well, you send me a message and let me know that you're okay.
I've seen the way that she looks at him when you leave the room.
Miss Savage, be honest with me. Is Danielle still living here?
You know she killed my brother, right?
The cast of Insatiable will be here Monday, So make sure you tune into that show. It should be really lively. And the movie, I think, is premiering next week as well. So get in so y'all can hear what's going on with the movie and learn about them too. Sir, you know Bobby, huh?
Yeah, that's my dude, man.
Wait, tell when you see him, we ready. We're waiting on him.
We red tag.
Yes, sir. And also, real quick, there's a gentleman. His name is Jamie McGrone, and he has this show called "That's Why I'm Here," and they're having an exclusive viewing party January the 28th. It's the party of the year, and you need to be there. Now he's going to show 3 episodes before the television debut of the show. It's going to be food, entertainment, performances, but most importantly, I'll be there. No, the event is for everyone. It's a historic event, and everybody be in attendance. And let's get behind him. That's Jamie McGrone. That's why I'm here. And that show, that party is on the 28th, and I think that's in Gary or Maryville, something like
Maryville.
that.
Dean and Barbara White.
We'll be on the show before it happens. All right, so we'll get a chance to talk to him and find out what's going on with him and what the future holds for him. Anyway, look at Rashida. She put brand whore up there. All right. You'll pick it up. So it is what it is. All right. But sir, we appreciate you for coming on the show.
Yes.
And look,
Doing great things.
great things. Anytime that you want to come back and hang and give us your information and talk a little bit more about the things that you do, because we didn't get the full spectrum of everything. Come through.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
That's gonna be wrong tomorrow.
Get that a lot.
His number is 404-578-3549. I'm gonna say it again slowly for the people in the back. 404.
You know what?
Really? That's what we're doing?
Get him, Gina.
404. Y'all don't want me to do the no now. You don't want me to come up with the no. 404-578-3549. That is Sir Markadoo. Again, man, blessings to you. We appreciate everything that you are doing. We hope to get you back on here so you can tell the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Most definitely. This is Dope Living TV Live. Gina, anything else?
No, this was great.
I got one more thing. Would you like to hear it?
I don't know.
It depends.
Right.
With you.
That's a loaded
That's a trick question.
Sir, this is for you.
Yes! Randy Watson! That boy is good. Good.
Why? Why?
Because it's Greg.
I had to do it.
He lucky he got the controls and we don't, right?
Well, Gina got him too. She cut me off. She know better. She ain't gonna cut me off. ChronicKiller.com. KRONICK killer.com. Okay, that's another one. He's putting up all of these. All right, we got one more minute. HeavenlyBodyProducts.com. So you can, what was that? Well, how did he put that? You can smell good doing what?
We keep the hood smelling good.
Keep the hood smelling good. All right, so all y'all gangsters and thugs out there with the saggy pants and the weed smell, HeavenlyProducts.com, HeavenlyBodyProducts.com. Get it, man. Get it, okay? Spray some on your sag, all right? So you can smell good in the hood, all right? Really. HE3 Heavenly.
Well, no.
Okay. Let me say this over. HE3 AV.
No.
Heavenly. No. I know. Damn.
Gina, damn.
Hey, look, testosterone here, bro. You got the estrogen over there, okay? I know what I was just trying to read it as it was, but okay, I'm gonna say it. Heavenly.
You say weed it as
pretty much, yeah. Sound.
No, hurry up and get him some spray.
Look in the private, not in the privates, but look in the private chat. 2 up. He got HE and he got the 3. He made a mistake. He put it there. It wasn't me, so I was just reading.
It was in the private chat. Like private.
You look, hey.
Ooh.
Yeah, you already know, Lisa. It's on now. She getting a car like this. Okay. All right.
And all I said Gregory.
But you remember I told you yesterday, Lisa.
Greggy.
I'm gonna tell y'all in this last minute, Gina. Tell them what happened when you call me Gregory or Greggy. Shit ain't gonna go right. Anyway, now I'm ending with an attitude. This is Dope Living TV Live, man. Thanks, sir. You're welcome. We out.
The fellas